Greetings from the Surgery and Emergency Services Pavilion. This week we're celebrating National Clinical Engineering and Biomedical Equipment Technician Appreciation Week. We appreciate the biomedical equipment technicians and all the clinical engineering staff.
Really Gutierrez,
Barry Boss,
Bear Kennedy,
Andy,
Bob,
Colleen Ward,
Dave Mickey,
Bill,
Anna Marshbanks,
White Cinder,
Jimmy,
Charlie,
Jody Van Ryan,
Jolene,
come on,
David,
I'm Larry,
Lisa,
Mark Fountain,
Kevin,
Marty, Tolan,
Michael Eller,
I'm Wayne Lau, Richard Damon, Sheldon Seaman,
Willie Sweat,
Mike Young,
Dwayne Beaulieu.
I'm George.
I'm standing here in the pavilion where we're busy installing several very high-tech new pieces of equipment, including this hybrid OR cath lab inside the operating room, as well as assisting many vendors working on installing several other systems such as OR integration, an automated clinical laboratory, patient monitoring equipment, and the new network closets with IT, and many, many more. So when we're not busy installing equipment in new buildings, what does clinical engineering do? Clinical engineering is responsible for all of the medical equipment repair, maintenance, installation, and helping administrators, physicians, nurses, and others select equipment for the hospital. We have over 30 staff specializing in a variety of areas ranging from dialysis to respiratory therapy, radiation therapy, imaging, ventilators, anesthesia, and much, much more. Our staff completes over 20,000 work orders in a year, doing both scheduled maintenance and repair work, as well as the installations in new buildings such as this one.
here is checking in some new Philips patient monitoring equipment, and we do this by adding a property label, tagging them, and performing an incoming inspection PA using a safety analyzer and a patient simulator.
That's a dialysis machine. I don't know if you can pan over to that, yeah. This is the distribution board where the various valves are plugged in. This is the brains of the outfit up here. This is the card cage where the printed circuit boards are.
and you've caught me in the middle of working on our database that we use to track all of the medical devices throughout the hospital.
I'm handling infusion pumps primarily, so I'm working with your Sigmas, PCA2s, AS50s, infusion pumps from Shriners as well, APM2s, the E-pumps, the feeding pumps.
Engineers, we take care of a whole bunch of device technical issues or inputs for the hospital. So as an example, I'm in the operating room right now in the new pavilion, and this is a new system of routing medical video to any of the displays in the room, and not only that, all of this room to any place in the hospital and also in the world.
Clinical engineers and biomedical equipment technicians work throughout the health system, from the clinics to throughout the hospital and all the buildings on this campus. Our main offices are in the basement of the main hospital near the cafeteria. We have some satellite areas in radiation oncology, dialysis, and to support respiratory therapy on Link 4. We have staff such as myself who've been here for over 30 years.
Hi, my name is Willie Sweat, and I work in the clinical engineering department. I've worked in this department for about 33 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
As well as several new staff. So even though our average UC time is probably around 20 years, we have some people who have only been here a few months. Their backgrounds range from military and community college electronics training to formal biomedical equipment technician training to working for imaging service vendors.
So here's an example of some of the stuff that we do. We have a little scanner here. It's got the transducer, little transducer holder. It's on wheels, got a nice little handle. What happened with this one, not this particular time, but the handle basically just fell off like that because it gets yanked around a lot. So the only way they could move it was by grabbing the transducer holder up here. The transducer holder, it might look like it's metal, but it's just plastic. And then that breaks off. Now you have no place to put the transducer except in the basket, and usually it ends up on the floor. The problem is this transducer is not repairable. It can only be replaced, and that's $3,000. So the point is, the thing I'm trying to get to is, don't be afraid to call us even if you have a screw loose.
That was great.
See, I missed the part where I said we'll put the extra set screw in there.
We buy medical wig,